Hello, friends of the truth, a vision for the future. Through our many past messages, we have endeavored to help you remember your wondrous past and to accept the truth that you have within you, all that is needed to create a grand new world. We were not just talking about your past lives on Earth, but we have tried to give you some insight as to how truly magnificent you all are. Please accept the fact that you left the vaster part of your beingness in the higher realms, and now it is time to begin the process of reclaiming those many facets of God expression that make up the totality of the real you. We have told you that this is a universe of great diversity, and as part of your training, you have experienced many wondrous adventures in very specific and complex places. You now understand why the Earth is so important, because your planet is where all the diversity of this universe was brought together. You have had a grand time playing the game of duality and polarity as you created great wealth and then painful scarcity. In other lifetimes, you brought forth wondrous talents and accomplished great deeds of valor, just as you have also experienced many simple-minded lives in a narrowly focused way. You have all experienced every situation imaginable, from the lowest to the highest, within each realm of self-expression. Now it is time to step through the veil of illusion and reclaim your divinity. As you move more deeply into God consciousness and tap into the higher dimensions of creation, you are beginning to flex your spiritual muscles, and you are amazed at how quickly you are able to manifest what you envision. The small miracles are turning into great and complex miracles as you become more proficient, and we tell you, it is nothing compared to what is in store for you in the near future. As the multidimensional expressions of change swirl around you and time compresses and expands at an ever-accelerating rate, you must learn to go with the flow in order to exist in a state of ease and grace. As all of you have experienced to one degree or another, life on Earth has changed drastically in the last 50 years. What was the norm in a third, fourth dimensional environment no longer applies as you move into the more refined levels of creator light. We will address some of the major issues of the times to give you a greater understanding as to how the newly emerging collective consciousness of humanity compares with the old mass consciousness beliefs that have prevailed for thousands of past years. It is your divine birthright to live in abundance. The process of redistribution of the wealth of the earth is now fully in progress. Be aware that more corporations and organizations will fall into disgrace and oblivion. All that is based on a foundation of fear, greed, and control of others is crumbling. In the past, it often took several lifetimes for a wrong to be rectified, and you had no way of knowing when or how justice was served. Now, for those stuck in the illusion of the game of cause and effect, ill deeds are returning almost instantaneously in a boomerang effect. No longer will those who are self-serving and who abuse the trust and power allotted to them be able to hide their misdeeds. Whether it be religious organizations, corporations, and businesses, or governments, the time of reckoning is at hand. The light is penetrating into the deepest shadows as the earth incorporates more and more of the higher vibrational frequencies of spirit. Mind and spirit are the builders, and you are the co-creators of the new paradise on earth. All that you will ever need will be supplied, but you must hold fast to your vision, for the greatest good of all and then dare to tap into the cosmic pyramid storehouses of pure adamantine particles of creator light and mold them into anything you can envision. Beloveds, seek an abundance of love, joyful, loving relationships, good health, youthful vitality, and creativity as you learn that it is not just things that bring you happiness and contentment, but a state of being and a quality of life. Earth changes and shifting weather patterns. The earth is undergoing a cleansing process, a catharsis whereby lands that have been abused by overcultivation, infused with deep-seated, painful memories of wars and acts of violence, and where humanity has suffered centuries of atrocities are, in a seemingly haphazard way, being ravished by floods, fires, earth movement, and destructive winds. All is not as. It appears, dear hearts, for the process is necessary in order to clear the air, cleanse the land, and purify the waters that humanity has so heedlessly polluted. During these radically changing times, many sweet souls who are struggling for existence around the world are leaving the earth, and we ask you to see the transition process in a new light. Can you not see that they are leaving a suffering and hopeless existence by choice as they step through the doorway into a world of love, peace, joy, and abundance, where they will be prepared to return to a more refined earthly existence? There will be no broad spectrum of imbalanced third-dimensional density to return to, for when they choose to return, it will be a world where they will be given an opportunity to learn, expand in consciousness, and move quickly through their earthly lessons. That is what you, as way showers, are preparing for them. Soon will come the time when no soul will be born into the quagmire of pain, an illusion that now exists in many discordant frequency areas around the world. Many of you are being led to move to different parts of the world. You are not sure why, but there is a deep-seated yearning to journey forth into uncharted territory. You are being called to that place on earth where you can be of greatest service, where those with like vibrations and missions will be led to join you. It is a time of teaming up or reuniting with your soul families and task companions. You are becoming more intuitive as you tap into increasingly inspired thought from the realm of all possibilities. Your instinctual nature of the past is being refined as it joins your multifaceted self of the future. Fine-tuning your physical vessel, your needs and desires will change as you integrate more light into your physical vessels. Life-threatening diseases will have a difficult time finding a home in your evolving, more resilient bodies of light. You will not see a great change in the physical bodily structure for a while, but the internal and etheric changes are happening very rapidly. As the membranes of light around your DNA gradually dissolve, and you access more and more of the wisdom stored within your brain structure, your physical vessel will become stronger and healthier. There will be wondrous new breakthroughs and techniques in healing, and natural products and medicinals will replace most of your synthetic drugs, which have so many toxic side effects. Many of you are already learning that your body will not tolerate many of the popular prescribed substances touted by the pharmaceutical companies, which are only interested in their profit margins. The focus will be more in preventative maintenance, whole life care, fitness and wellness, as well as natural cures, and how important your positive, loving thoughts are in staying healthy. No longer will you ignore the signals your body elemental sends to you as it tries to get your attention. Pain is a way in which your body lets you know that something is amiss. In the past, you took painkillers to mask the symptoms until it was too late, and radical measures had to be taken to correct the imbalances. As you attune to the multiple levels of awareness within your body as well as without, you learn to pay heed to the signals you receive. You then make the necessary adjustments as quickly as possible so that the least amount of discomfort is experienced, and therefore you will quickly return to harmony and a sense of well-being. Finally, you will also come to terms with your uniqueness in bodily structure, attributes, talents, and ways of expressing and creating. You chose your parents and the genetic structure of your ancestral lineage for a reason. Your uniqueness is what makes you so special. There is no one else on earth exactly like you, not even those souls born as so-called identical twins. One of the major hurdles you are facing during these next few years is to accept yourself the way you are, and to realize that you are beautiful and precious, no matter what outer garment of flesh you chose to wear in order to experience this most important of all lifetimes. It is your shining souls and great warm hearts that we see radiating forth, beloveds. We pay no heed to the fleshly disguise you wear, your sacred relationship with your oversoul, higher self. In the past, your ego desire body was primarily in control of your daily existence, and your soul self was the small voice of consciousness that most often you ignored. Tradition, religious beliefs, obligations, and duty were instilled at an early age, and you were taught to believe what other people thought of you was of greater importance than what you thought of yourself. You were always looking outside of yourself for validation as to your worthiness. You were constantly seeking someone, something, or some event to bring you happiness, but it was usually fleeting, often disappointing, and left you searching for something beyond yourself to bring you some measure of self-content. Now you have learned to turn inward for validation, inspiration, and guidance, because you have had what has been termed a soul merge, and you are connecting to the multifacets of your higher self. In the process, you are integrating greater amounts of pure cosmic light consciousness, which assists you to release all outmoded concepts without guilt as you integrate the new higher truths that are coming to you at an astounding rate. You now realize that God is not in some lofty, distant celestial kingdom, pulling strings and meting out rewards and punishment. You are accepting the fact that you have all that is needed within you as a part of your divine birthright to manifest a loving, joyous, peaceful, and abundant existence. Old traditions and habits are losing their hold on you as you seek freedom of expression. You create new ways to celebrate holy days and special events, and to honor our Father, Mother God, and the Supreme Creator. Worship is not reserved for one day, for you live your spirituality each and every moment of every day. You live each day as a master by monitoring your thoughts and actions. You know that your intentions must be pure, for you are responsible for each and every minuscule atom of energy that you send forth. You practice discernment and are constantly monitoring the beliefs that you allow to take up residency within your being, for you know that within the truths you claim as your own are the rules you must live by. You know you must always make the highest choices, so that as you walk the middle path in peace and harmony, you will gradually move beyond the laws of karma and into a state of grace. Your relationship with others, you are learning that as you gain a sense of self-love and worthiness within, you draw more and more love light from the Creator. It is a never-ending source of spiritual sustenance. As you fill yourself to overflowing, this wondrous elixir radiates forth from you in an ever-expanding circle of light. You are beginning to seek relationships that bring satisfaction at all levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. There will be no sense of self-sacrifice in the relationships of the future. There will be a fundamental trust, and you will seek and support full expression of individual interests, talents, and spiritual truth. Committed partners will complement the strengths of each other, and with non-judgment and patience, they will assist each other to work through their weaknesses and fears. It is important that you share a common vision with those whom you are closely associated with, and that there is no tolerance for power and control games. You are beginning to intuitively recognize a member of your soul family and those that you have a deep spiritual bond with. Therefore, you will find more comfort and joy in your relationships than you ever thought possible. No longer will you seek relationships based on need, but through a desire to mutually share your journey and your knowledge as you go forward into a new and exciting age. How do you envision the future? It is your choice as to how you experience the coming years of great change. You can move higher in consciousness to the vantage point of a master and know that all is unfolding as planned. You recognize that no matter how bleak the world looks, there is Creator light shining down upon and penetrating the darkest shadows, the hidden places on the earth, and into the hearts of humanity. The majority of human beings on earth want only to live in peace, comfort, and plenty, to express their godliness in their own unique way, and they are willing to allow others the same right. Even though it may not seem so, those who wish to dominate, conquer, and control are in the minority, and their power stranglehold on the earth and humanity is growing weaker every day. As more of you step into your mastery and claim your divine birthright, the weaker and more ineffectual they will become. There will be skirmishes and rumors of wars in many places on the earth for some time to come. But those who are battling the darkness of ignorance within will fail. They cannot destroy that which is right and of the light. Armageddon has already visited the earth, beloveds, and the worst has come to pass. Henceforth, every act of violence and destruction will be met head-on by the forces of heaven, for you, as warriors of peace, are winning the battle with your weapons of light, compassion, and forgiveness. You are molding the future each and every moment, with every thought and action, and so it behooves you to focus on what is right in your world instead of what is wrong. Make it a practice to see the good in those around you, and be sure to offer words of encouragement and loving support in any way possible. You are the ones who will lead humanity into the shining new world of tomorrow. You have weathered the wildest storms and walked through many dark nights of the soul, and you have emerged triumphant. Do not become discouraged or faint of heart at this late date, my brave friends. By stating, "Thy will be done for the greatest good of all," you give us permission to intercede in your behalf and to assist you through these tumultuous times of great change. We relay to you the love of our Father, Mother God, and a rarefied infusion of light from the heart of the Supreme Creator. You are loved and cherished beyond measure. I am Archangel Michael.